So you're planning a destination wedding at an all-inclusive resort, and you're now at the stage of figuring out, how am I gonna get the best rate? Let's talk about that. If you're like most people, you'll think, oh, I'll call the resort or go through the resort directly, and that's going to be the best rate because I'm gonna cut out the middleman. You'd be thinking like the masses, but it's inaccurate. Let's talk about how, but more importantly, why. Resorts do not have large call centers. They do not employ a large amount of people and pay them 40 hours a week, regardless of the amount of work that they do or not. Instead, they might have a very small call center to field questions, but their sales team are travel agents. Their sales team are tour operators. We're the ones that bring in the business for them. They're very smart. Think of this as if you were an employer and you're employing somebody that you only have to pay when they get the job done and is successful. Very smart tactic. That is what's happening with the all-inclusive resorts. So they have a very small call center, mainly to answer questions. Maybe they'll book. Their sales are about 20% of their total bookings. 80% is coming from travel agents and from tour operators. But how can that be? Nobody is going to pay more. Here's what's happening. The resorts will give the best rates to those who sell the most. That just in life, that's how it works. You're rewarded when you do a good job. So the tour operators and the travel agents that have the high sales, that's where you're going to get your best benefits, your best perks, and your best rates. How do you know who that's going to be? You hire a professional like me who knows the ins and outs. So what we do is work with the suppliers who sell the most of that particular type of property, and that is where we're going to be able to negotiate the best rate. The rate is especially not going to be any higher than what you see online. Most of the time it's going to be better because we're working with somebody, or we are that person who has high sales and can have the power to negotiate better rates. Here's the scoop. So it's not just better rates that you're going to lock into whenever you choose to work with a travel agent or tour operator who has that buying power to negotiate on your behalf. You're going to get better rates, but here's the tea on what else you're going to get. Did you know that a couple, through one tour operator, a couple can get free airfare? So for you and your fiance, up to $1,000, your airfare will be free wherever your destination wedding is. Through another tour operator, they've negotiated a upgrade for your airport transfers. So instead of schlepping it with the strangers and stopping at a million hotels before you get to yours, for free, you're upgraded to go directly from the airport to your hotel. Might not be big now, would be big whenever you're in destination and excited to get the first drink in hand. Lastly, getting discounted airfare. We can get guaranteed locked-in space for as low as $50 per ticket for everybody within your group at a discounted rate. So it is beneficial, and it does behoove you to not book direct with hotels and instead choose a professional to work with like me. If you want to talk more or learn more about any of this, hop on my calendar for a complimentary virtual call.